as well. We do have some news items from around the Q. Don't usually do a lot of this during back-to-back games because most of the news comes through the week, but there are a couple things to talk about. William Cummings is coming back to the Shawinigan Cataracts. The 20-year-old had 20 points in 60 games last year as a 19-year-old. Now, Shawinigan is down to 120 because Kirill Nishnikov parted ways with the team in the preseason, and then Leon Denny parted ways with the team early in the season. And also they had further issues with defenseman Jack York being injured, so they played a lot of games without any 20-year-olds. So William Cummings is back in the fold. We'll see if that ends up being a permanent measure. A note on last night, we were talking about TVA Sports is going to be televising games from the Quebec bubble. They will be televising 6 games in total, so there will be games from Quebec City from the bubble that runs from November 17th to November 27th. TVA has the schedule up if you have that channel and you want to check some of those games out. One team not in the bubble is the Sherbrooke Phoenix, and Sherbrooke Phoenix head coach Stéphane Julien was disappointed but understood the decision. He had a very interesting article in La Tribune newspaper in Sherbrooke today talking about his thoughts on the Q season. Stéphane Julien said he was in discussions with Gilles Courteau, and a couple of interesting items he passed along was the possibility that the Q season could get extended into May depending on postponements, and also discussed the idea, it has been discussed, that the Q could have a different playoff structure with less than 16 teams. So those are a couple of things being floated out there. Julian also said he does not see all teams playing 60 games this year. He thinks that there's going to be a prorated system in terms of going by winning percentage instead of points. And again, this is all just Stéphane Julien's speculation, but he did mention talking to Gilles Courteau about a couple of potential scenarios for the rest of the Q season, so it'll be interesting to see how things play out. Also worth noting, he predicted he does not think his Sherbrooke Phoenix are going to play another game in the year 2020. One other note to pass along, Ryan Green has committed to Boston University. He was the 4th-round draft pick of the Charlottetown Islanders in 2019 out of Newfoundland, currently playing with Green Bay in the USHL. Obviously, the Islanders were aware he likely had NCAA intentions when they drafted him, but him going the QMJHL route to becoming a little less likely with that commit. So it's been interesting to watch that story as players taking varying philosophies with all that's going on with COVID-19 and such, but Ryan Green committing to Boston University. That is a look around the QMJHL last night and news from around the league as well. You're listening to the pregame show on McDonald Auto Hub, K. Brenton Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.